Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the Cruise Dynasty Podcast. Got the crew with us, as usual. But we gambling tonight. Fuck all that fantasy shit for now. We gambling. We gonna try to make everybody some money or lose money. Either way. Craft, man, what's going on, man?
Hey, we in this bitch. I got my twin with me over here tonight. Noah, say what's up to him.
What's up, baby boo?
First place, Noah.
Number one. These bitches love Bosa on top.
Man, Craft talk about his team ain't that good. I gonna look at it. Team so stacked. Got Debo on the bench. Got Najee on the bench. I'm out there throwing out Elijah Moore and shit like that.
J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins hoping that. Oh, shit, man. It's so funny because I told Phil today, I was like, man, if I get in, I think I can win this shit. Now I go and look at that lineup. I'm like, I ain't winning shit. So, C Swizzy, what's going on, man?
What up? Found out my brother's getting married today. I can't believe that fool's getting married.
Man.
I love you, Taylor. You
That
crazy, man.
That dude's
You
in
remember
love,
the 20
baby.
You remember the 20 McDoubles thing, dude? Where he walked into McDonald's, 20 McDoubles. We was stoned as shit. We sent my little brother in there. It was like his second time smoking. So we took him into McDonald's, and Matt told this dude to go get 20 McDoubles. Well, he walks up there. He doesn't even let this woman talk. He does not. She doesn't even get to say, welcome to 20 McDoubles. I started dying, man.
Slams the money on the counter. I need 20 McDoubles. I can't believe that goofball's getting married, man. Can't believe this shit.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm glad you found someone, man. I really am.
Congratulations to him, man. Shit's funny as hell. Yeah, man. Well, shit. No poor man tonight. He's got shit to do. But we got Craig. Craig, what's going on, man? You doing all right? That's what I thought. Well, shit. I guess we're gonna do it how we always do. We're gonna run a little DFS action first. Then the Craft man and Noah, they're gonna throw out some prize picks for us. And then we're gonna hit these lines, give y'all our lock, and then I'm gonna go to work, and they gonna keep drinking and smoking. So, does that sound like a plan, Craft man?
Fuck yeah.
All right, then shit, man. Well, fuck. How do y'all want to do it? This DFS stuff. You want to put out your lineup first, or how you want to roll?
I think
position by position.
Yep.
All right, then fuck it. I'll just pull up mine. My quarterback spot. Y'all know how I went. I went with old reliable. Old Jared Goff gonna be he was a cheap quarterback in a high scoring game, so I went with Jared Goff. Did it last week. You know, same old, same old. What you think, Kraft?
Same old. Went with Jared Goff. As my queen, Chris. Who did you go with?
I don't know. I think Austin told me before the pod started. He said, "I'll bet you $100 that your DFS quarterback is Jared Goff." I was like, "Well, fuck, man. I might have to send you $100 because it is Jared Goff."
We all going with Jared Goff. I'll say this though, I did take a hard look at old Ryan Tannehill down there. Got a nice little matchup. I just hate Tannehill. I think he's a bum. So I figured Jared Goff was just a little more safer.
You don't want to know who I looked at. It blinded my ass, but I looked at him. It was fucking Russ. He was like 6,000 or some shit. I was like, I might throw Russell Wilson in this thing, and I was like, no. When you suck, you suck. It don't matter what the matchup is.
Hell nah, man. Hell nah. I'm glad you went away from that one.
I can't see no more. It's like staring at the sun for like 5 seconds straight.
That shit's so funny. As much time as we spend just bashing the hell out of him, deservingly so. Shoot, I'll just give you both of my running backs. But at my two running back spots, I went Tony Pollard. I think they're gonna be going off versus Houston, and running back's gonna get a lot of work. Then I went with Travis Homer, hoping he's the guy. I guess I'm just hoping he gets the work. He was cheap, so what you say, Kraft?
Yeah, I wanted to get some of them Dallas running backs, but I actually didn't get either one of them, and I went with Derrick Henry and Travis Homer with mine. Derrick Henry playing against Jacksonville. It's about time for them to get back on track.
Agree. I was looking hard at their spread tonight too. I almost picked them, whatever it was, against Jacksonville, 3.5 or something like that. Chris, running backs, what you got?
I went Tony Pollard as well. I actually debated finagling around and just running Pollard Zeke, but I was just like, I'm gonna just go with Pollard. I think it is the safer option to go with. Then I went DeAndre Swift to get a little stack with Jared Goff if he gets a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I took a little look at Swift. Swift been letting me down, and then right when I trade him, then he want to get a lot of work, so I couldn't put him in. I couldn't do it. Should I just give y'all all three of my wide receivers, or go one at a time? What you think?
Go ahead. I mean, you can probably go ahead and go with your three.
All right. Well, y'all gonna have to hear me out on this first one then. No Brandon Cooks. No Nico Collins. I went with Chris Moore. Yeah, I went with Chris Moore. Super cheap. I wanted to get some other players up in there. I was like, and he's going against Dallas and everything. Dallas got a good defense, but they're clearly going to be throwing the ball a lot this game because they about to get just smacked. They about to get their shit beat. So I went with Chris Moore. Then I went with, since I had a lot of money, I went with Jamar Chase. Second game back, going against Cleveland. This wasn't no matchup based thing or anything like that. This was just, he's the top guy. I got money to spend, so I went with Jamar. And then I went with Tyler Lockett, who I've been wrong about all year. Tyler Lockett's been going off. So those were my three receivers. What you say, Kraft?
Dude, I looked at Tyler Lockett for a long time. I had him in for a minute and ended up taking him out, but it's good. We got three different receivers this time, so it ain't as, like it was last week where everybody kind of had the same guys. But yeah, I like it. Chris Moore, I looked at him for a minute too as just a cheap ass option, but couldn't quite pull the trigger on that one. But shit, my three wide receivers, I went with T. Higgins. You talked about Jamar Chase in that game. Cleveland's defense ain't that good. One of them two is going to have a good game, if not both. And I actually went with Debo against Tampa. Like we said earlier in the previous podcast, I feel like there's going to be some manufactured touches for him. I'm playing in a tournament where I got to finish at least in 12th place out of 100 people. So I kind of went a little more upside than just like safety. So, Debo's always capable of a 20-point game. I screwed around. There was a lot of players that I liked. I had A.J. Brown in there for a minute, but I ended up changing it out and put Devontae Smith as my third receiver. Ever since Dallas Goedert's been out, last week he had 8 targets, and then 9, 8, and then he had 2 targets when Dallas Goedert was in there. So Devontae Smith, I feel like, has been on a tear since Goddard's been out. So those are my three receivers. What you looking at, Chris, and what you think about that?
Yeah, Debo could definitely go off at any given point, especially with this offense. And I think it's going to benefit Debo too because now you got a backup quarterback, 7th-round pick that's out here. He's going to be throwing it to the dump-off man. And what better man in the NFL is Christian McCaffrey and Debo Samuel to catch that ball and do something with it. My cheapest option, we're keeping in them high over-under games. I went with Adam Thielen in this. I didn't want to go and spend for Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson's going to draw most of the coverage. Adam Thielen has had games this season where he slips behind that secondary and he gets a touchdown. It's a good game. If he doesn't, probably was the wrong pick. Second, I know I looked at Tyler Lockett as well, but I actually went the other side of the ball. I went DJ Moore in this. DJ Moore and Sam Darnold have a better connection. I just need to see it happen. It's definitely a risk because DJ Moore has done absolutely nothing this year. But I see this game either being really close or the Panthers are just going to get absolutely smacked and we're going to be throwing the ball the whole game. Last, I went with Amon-Ra. I want players in this Minnesota-Detroit game. I want as many players in this as I can. That also adds a stack with Jared Goff if Amon-Ra can get in the end zone too. So those are my receivers for this week.
Yeah, I definitely was. I was trying to work Amon-Ra in mine because I was trying to get that stack with Jared Goff. But shoot, I went with that tight end. I went with Hockenson, so I could get that stack. I said it last game. They're going against the Vikings. They're going to try to make it a point to get this man to rock. So I went with old TJ Hockenson at my tight end. It wasn't the cheapest one. So I paid like a little bit more because I'd been going the cheapest tight end, but hell, that should have been biting me in the butt. So I put a little money into it. So yeah, couldn't go with Amon-Ra, but I went with the Hockenson instead. Kraft, what you got at tight end?
Tight end, I got Chig Okonkwo for Tennessee. Y'all know who the fuck that is? That's that man who
had
14 points last week, played 58% of snaps, 4 receptions for 68 yards last week. Tennessee has came out and said that they want to get this man more involved, and he's earned his snaps. Treylon Burks is out in this game, and you can throw on Jacksonville. So he was 4,800, and I like to go cheap on my tight ends. You gonna know who Chig is after this game. Gonna be chiggin'.
Was he the person that he caught that ball and then he got caught up at the line of scrimmage, but he literally just muscled his way past all of them people and eventually got tackled? Was that who that was? Because I remember him making a pretty big play. If that was the tight end, I think it was a tight end screen they ran. But yeah. I ended up going with. We talked about him yesterday. For your dynasty, be lookout on Dynasty, the backup for Hayden Hurst. I went with Mitchell Wilcox. They're playing Cleveland. Cleveland's defense is not that good. This dude's going to be the top tight end on the chart, and Joe Burrow likes to sling the ball.
I like it.
Yeah,
we were talking about him a little bit last week, or in the last episode.
Yeah, man. I was taking a look at him myself, but then I was like, well, we didn't even know who the hell the damn tight end for the people was, so I was like, well, I don't even know who's about to play, so fuck it. What you call it? I got at my flex spot, I went ahead and I went with Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk. Tennessee's secondary been, I don't know, whatever they got. The opposing ranking is 32. I was like, easy matchup, Christian Kirk. I just went with a matchup on that one at my flex spot.
Yeah, Christian Kirk's always solid. I got him in the prize picks, but in my flex spot, I went with James Cook going against the Jets. It was between him and Singletary, but Cook was about $700 cheaper, so I went. I did it again last week. I did really well with my wide receiver heavy lineup, so I kind of went back to that, and we'll see. Like we said, that game should have some weather, and they're going to keep it on the ground a little bit, and Cook, he's coming up in the world as a rookie in the second half. We always like to do that. So that's my flex spot.
Yeah, I like that. James Cooks he has definitely looked a lot better. A lot better. Last week he carried the ball more times than Singletary did. I did what Austin did. Singletary. That's what they're gonna start to call him when James Cook starts getting going. Is what you want to see in Dynasty. But yeah, I think in a game where it's expected to snow like this, they're going to work them out. I think this game, you keep giving it to Cook, and you see what you've got in it. Let him run through the snow. Uh, my flex, I was kind of torn on this one, just because, like I said earlier, I went with Deontay Foreman. I think that this is either going to go one of two ways, and if it goes one way, I picked the wrong running back. If we're getting killed, Chuba Hubbard is going to be the person to have. He'll probably at least have, 10, 11 points just off receptions and yardage. But Deontay Foreman, he's playing against this Seattle defense, and Deontay Foreman he plays running back kind of like Josh Jacobs, and Josh Jacobs just absolutely torched this team. Went for over 200 yards from scrimmage, two touchdowns. A physical runner like that's what Deontay Foreman does. He's Derrick Henry's backup. Watched a lot of him play. I'm going to go with Foreman. But if we're getting killed, Chuba Hubbard's probably the better play, or just picking someone else in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 carries last week.
Speaking of Josh Jacobs. Yeah. Saying old Josh Jacobs was on Noah Turner's team too. Like, shit. Yeah. At special teams, I went with Pittsburgh going against Baltimore. That's what I went with the backup. About as cheap as I could go. I went as cheap as I could go all the way with that one. Craftman, what you say?
I had Pittsburgh in, but for the first time in a long time, I got Dallas's defense against Houston this week. I paid up. You're not going to get many chances like this with the best defense in the league going against the worst offense in the league. If there's any time to pay up for a defense, it's got to be this week.
C Swizzy?
Yeah, I went with the 49ers against Brady. I don't know. We about to find out. About to find out how bad these family troubles are. You playing this good ass defense. See if you fuck up when you go out there, buddy. I saw a video where he was looking at him. He told him, "I didn't leave my wife and kids to be losing to fucking Kenny Pickett." Said it on the sideline. I was like, "Damn, Tom, savage, man."
Hey, you see Antonio Brown with Giselle or Giselle look-alike. We don't want to be spreading wrong information here, but yeah.
Right. I don't know, man. Antonio Brown was in a fucking holdout with the police the other day over something small, over a misdemeanor, man. Misconduct. Man, just take that shit, get the fuck out of there. You ain't gonna be in there longer than 30 minutes, bro. You got money.
He's full of misconduct. Everything he does in his daily life is misconduct, it seems like nowadays.
You need to blame Burfict for that, man. That dude definitely gave that dude the seat that day. That dude knocked his ass out cold that day.
Man, a little standout over a misdemeanor, man. That's that weak stuff. He ain't no felon like your boy Matt Hamm over here. Matt Hamm the felon. What about what's this news about AB with Tom Brady's wife? If I find out that's true, I'm gonna go find Giselle myself and just backhand that hoe, man. Seriously, shit makes me sick to my stomach. Hopefully, it was a lookalike, like y'all said.
I think it was. She was laying in bed like this. So like she, throwing the thing up, but I don't think it was. But AB been like just dogging the shit out of Brady lately about Giselle. That's just I think we should go back, Chris, and go back to when AB recorded Mike Tomlin in the locker room. Was that? It might have been the game after Burfict knocked his bitch ass out. It could. There might be some similarities there.
That man is just developed, and like all seriousness, he's got some serious, deep mental issues that he's going through, and he is not handling that very well at all. Like, not at all.
Yeah.
And CTE does develop from stuff like this, and it can do that to you. But whether that's that or his personality or whatever. Because I've literally seen this man, AB, jump up in the air and fucking kick a punter. That's what I was going to say. He literally jumped and fucking, just came down on his ass. Like, he said, fuck this dude. And then he got mad whenever they called a flag. I was like, the fuck, AB? Dude, damn.
You had to pry your cleats out of his eye sockets, man. What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know, man. What did happen to that dude? But shoot, the thing is, even though he's in a little standout with the police, he's still just gonna get a little slap in the wrist at the end. Shoot, let's just do our prize picks. Y'all two got some prize picks. I say you and Noah just take over for a couple minutes. Let us know what you got.
Well, let me look that up right quick. Name your lineup from top to bottom right quick, Matt. What you got? Just to remind everybody.
I got Jared Goff, Tony Pollard, Travis Homer, Chris Moore, Jamar Chase, Tyler Lockett, TJ Hockenson, Christian Kirk, and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
There you go. I got Goff, Travis Homer, Derrick Henry, T. Higgins, Debo, Devontae Smith, Aquanquo, Jared Cook, James Cook, not Jared Cook, James Cook, and Cowboys D.
All right, I got Jared Goff, Tony Pollard, DeAndre Swift, Amon Ra, DJ Moore, Adam Thielen, Mitchell Wilcox, Dante Foreman, and the 49ers defense.
Very nice.
Yep. Copy our picks and win you some money on that FanDuel. Go ahead and roll with it, Craftman. Or Noah, go ahead.
All right. So I did 4 picks to pay $200. I had a free square with Justin Herbert passing for more than half a yard. I think I could do that. Christian McCaffrey, more than 39.5 receiving yards. He got that in the first half last week. Tony Pollard, more than 71.5 rush yards. They're going against Houston. Bad run defense. So I think he should get that pretty easily. And the risky one I did this week was Daniel Jones completing more than 18.5 passes. Ooh. They're going to be playing from behind with Philly. That's the risky one I took this week.
I think you're going to get that.
Yeah, I do think you'll get that.
Yeah,
that's a good sneaky looking one. Yeah. Definitely keep us updated if you get that and win that. That'd be nice.
Looks good.
What you call it? I was listening to a podcast and I heard that Justin Herbert half a yard thing or whatever. I was like, damn. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right. That Daniel Jones one is the risky one. The other two seem like a lock.
Yeah. You'll probably win some money on that and give half to me.
Yeah.
Give half to me. Y'all ain't gonna like mine as much. I went with, I got the Justin Herbert one, of course. All he has to do is pass for 1 yard. I got Derrick Henry over 82.5 rushing yards. Christian Kirk over 63.5 receiving yards. The only one I took less is A.J. Brown at 70.5 receiving yards. He's missed that mark in 4 in the last 5 games. And then I got Amon-Ra over 7 receptions. He's hit that like 4 out of 5 times. So, I might like Noah's better, but if y'all listen to the episode, if there's something you heard that you like, you can mix them together and create your own lineup with what we got going on.
Man, shit. I wish I'd have done me some. Chris, you got some prize picks? Or just them two tonight?
Nope, I don't got any prize picks. I got my 5 NFL bets though.
Craftman, y'all got any more of those prop bets?
Shoot, I ain't got. No, wait, those are the only ones we did. But Noah, tell them how much money you made on prize picks this year.
I'll let y'all guess first.
Shoot, it depends. I mean, are you doing like little nickel and dime bets like the poor man? You actually gonna throw some money?
About $20 at a time a week. About $20 a week.
I'm gonna say you at least won 400 or 500 if you talk about going off.
Double that. 800.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Before the pod started, I was like, damn.
We gonna have to get Noah on here for these gambling episodes a lot next year. Be the prop bet guy.
Newbies are lucky. Newbies, they're good.
This dude Noah been.
He's 12-1 in average Joe's with a shit ass team, man.
Ain't shit, bro.
Yeah, garbage ass team. Yeah, look up your damn team right quick, so everybody can be like, damn, this motherfucker shouldn't be 12-1 right now. Oh, sorry ass.
This dude Noah's had a good fantasy year this year. Shit, making money, winning fantasy. Fuck.
I'm starting Tua, Josh Jacobs, ETN, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Conklin at the tight end, Pacheco this week, Christian Kirk, Daniel Carlson, and then I'm starting the Titans defense this week.
You got Debo and Mostert.
I got Mostert on the bench, P. Ryan on the bench, Najee, Debo, the Bucks defense on the bench.
It seems pretty good. Pretty good team.
Stack, man. Stack.
I bet you wish you had that bench, man. I'd be throwing all them jokers in there. Najee, get your ass in my lineup.
Man.
Debo, get your ass in my lineup.
Hell yeah. There ain't no doubt about that. Shit. I'm rolling out Corey Davis and Chris Moore and shit. But yeah, shit, man. Y'all want to move on to these spreads real quick? Make these people some money? What you say, Kraft?
Spread it up.
Shoot, I say let's go ahead. Chris, man, you want to go ahead and give the people our lock? The Cruise Dynasty, pay your mortgage, pay your kids' tuition, lock of the week.
It's we all took Cincinnati -6.5 versus Cleveland.
Yep.
They're probably gonna whoop that ass. I don't. I'm expecting them to.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say is I caught Cincinnati at 5.5. So I seen y'all getting at 6.5. I caught them at 5.5. So on my bookie.
Early bird gets the worm, as they say.
Money, money, money. Yep, I agree with that lot. 1-0 so far with our consensus locks. If you took that one, if you took that one last week, that was easy money. Super easy. What was it? The under on Denver and who?
Baltimore. I think they scored like 10-9 or some shit. Yeah. It was like 10-9 or 13-9 or something. I mean, it wasn't even close to the hitting the over on that one.
Easy money. All right, well, shoot, man. Yeah, I'll just go off and I'll just ramble off my four of them real quick, and then my first one I went Minnesota versus Detroit. I took the money line on Minnesota. I seen Detroit was favored by 2 in this game. I was like, I can't even turn that down. I think Detroit could win this game for sure, though. Like, I ain't sitting here acting like they're not. But when I saw Minnesota was the underdog, and I was like, damn, I could just pick them to win outright and try to win that money. I got to take those odds. I took Kansas City -9.5 versus Denver. They'll probably spank them, is what I'm thinking. I took the New York Jets +10 versus Buffalo. Buffalo been kind of struggling. Von Miller out for the year. Gonna be some weather involved, so +10. I felt like that was a lot of points. Then I took Miami versus the Chargers, the over at 52.5. I'm thinking a lot of points are gonna be scored in that game, especially if the Chargers can keep up with Miami, because I think Miami's running back's gonna have a field day. So, what you say, Kraft man?
Yeah, we got we got one carryover. If we wouldn't have said the lock of Cincinnati and Cleveland, I really like Kansas City to beat the dog shit out of Denver this week. Denver's got a good defense, but, so did the 49ers, and Kansas City scored about 40 on their ass. So,
right,
I think Kansas City's going to get up on them pretty quick. And the only way Denver's gonna cover that is if it's just garbage. Like they just scored like 2 garbage time touchdowns in the fourth quarter or something. If Denver pulls that shit off. But yeah, I liked all your picks. We chose a lot of the same games, but I had a couple different things. You took Minnesota beating Detroit. I just went ahead and took the over on that one at 52.5. I feel like that's going to be the highest scoring game of the weekend. Both of these defenses, like we said in the previous episode, over the past 5 weeks, Minnesota's the worst against the pass, and Detroit's second worst against the pass. So expect a lot out of the wide receivers, even your secondary guys like DJ Chark and Adam Thielen, like Chris said. So I expect a lot of points in that one. And then I got Philly covering 6.5 against the Giants. The Giants ain't shit, dude. They're not. I'm with you, Matt. I've been with you. The Giants ain't shit. Philly went out there and put it on Tennessee. I don't know the final score of that game, but that game wasn't even close. And Tennessee's a better team than the Giants. And like we said, the consensus lock, I got that one. And I got Miami covering 3.5 against the Chargers. We said it. I think the Chargers are the most overrated team in the NFL. Their defense is ass.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Miami's going to put it on the ass. And they're healthy, too. Tyreek's in. Waddle's healthy. The running backs are healthy. Miami's coming in. I mean, they both are, though. I mean, not take everything away from the Chargers. Mike Williams is back, and they're going to be coming out there slinging the rock a little bit. It's going to be a higher scoring game. But one that I really like, and Chris is actually the opposite of me on this one. I think Seattle's going to cover 3.5 against Carolina. They're healthy too. Kenneth Walker might be out, Travis Homer might be in, but you just look at the two teams and the directions they're going in. Seattle's rising, Carolina's falling. I'm gonna go with Seattle in that one, and then my last one was the Kansas City game, covering against Denver, like we said. But I feel pretty confident in this week. I know I went, I think 3-3 last week or something like that. So, just remember when you listen to these episodes that we are gambling, and if we hit the majority, we're winning. That's all. We ain't gonna hit 6 out of. If we hit 5 out of 5, that's freaking awesome. But if we hit 4 out of 5,
we lose $100 and get $1. We won, bro. We won.
Exactly.
We fucking won.
Yeah, I was gonna say last week I was like 3-1. It was looking like I was about to go 5-1, and then out of nowhere, bam! I'm 3-3. I was like, dang, man, it was looking so promising. But shoot, Chris, you still gotta reel yours off real quick?
Yeah. I took in Tampa Bay versus San Francisco. I took the under at 37. Both these teams got some stingy ass defenses. We even said in our last podcast, like, do you think that the Buccaneers are going to score 17 points? If they do, I think it'll be right at 17. It won't be over 17. So that gives, San Francisco to put up a good bit of points before they cover that 37. Miami versus LA, 53.5, the over. Like this, both these, they're going to be slinging the rock. I looked at Miami to be killing these dudes. They could be scoring like 40 points just themselves. Next, this is the opposite. I took Carolina at plus 3.5. Like I said early on this podcast, I said that it's gonna go one of two ways. Which that's gambling. Really, you win or you lose. But we either gonna be close in this game or they're just gonna be smacking us. There ain't gonna be no in between. I don't think in this game. There's not gonna be no game winning drive like Baker Mayfield pulled out last night. They're either gonna be killing us or it's gonna be like right there. New York Jets, I took them at plus 10 with the weather for sure. And New York's got a pretty good defense. Buffalo's defense has faltered. No Von Miller. Then I took, like Matt, I took the Detroit versus Minnesota money line. Anytime you give me odds where I can just pick the team straight up that I think is going to win, that's better than both the over/under and the the spread, you got to take it. You got to take it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why that was more of like an odds pick for me. Like, yo, gotta take that one. Heck, if I might would have taken Detroit on the money line if they were the underdog, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to take a tougher look at it. I got old P Miller's 5 picks right here. I'll see what he got real quick, and heck, I think that about wraps it up, right? The poor man P Miller sent me his 5 picks, and this is what he came up with. He got Minnesota versus Detroit. He took the over at 52.5. He Craftman, he took Philadelphia minus 6.5 versus the New York Giants. Plus, I was hearing that Saquon might not even play this week with his neck or whatever. I think he's starting to trend towards not playing. You have to take a look at that one. Then, of course, he got the lock, Cincinnati minus 6.5. Then he's got Denver versus Kansas City. He took the under. Man, and I'm kind of with poor man on there. I've been taking the under in Denver games all year, and then the one time I didn't, it cost me. And then the poor man took Miami versus the Chargers, the over at 52.5. So a lot of us had like 3 of these games. 3 out of the 4 of us had some of these games. So a lot of similarities. But go win you some money.
Yep. I got a couple things for y'all too before we end the episode. It's not about gambling, but I want to do some start sit right quick. Matt, you can go ahead and answer first. Well, Noah, you can go ahead. Matt, and then Chris. I'm just looking at these rankings for this week. I'm at wide receivers right now. Would you, just to help some folks out in their flex positions, would you start George Pickens against Baltimore or Joshua Palmer with Mike Williams back against Miami?
I'm gonna say George Pickens just because I like them boom bust type of guys. He got no points last week, but the week before he showed off. So I'm gonna go with George Pickens.
Matt?
Yeah, that one's real tough, but I think yesterday we had said I was like, I'm rolling with Mike Williams over Palmer and shit like that. I do think that's a high scoring game, but I think I might would roll with Pickens myself. But that one's tough though. That one's real tough. Chris, what you say?
I'm gonna roll with old Jordan Palmer. Got to. I think, like they said, this is gonna be a high scoring. This is gonna be a high scoring game to me. Mike Williams has had this little trend of coming back in games and getting hurt. So I mean, if he comes in at any point and re-aggravates that ankle, he's done. But still, even if this becomes a shootout, Palmer has stepped up this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a tight one. I think I go with Palmer, but that's just, it's tough. Tyler Boyd against Cleveland or DJ Chark against Minnesota.
DJ Chark. I think that's gonna be just a shootout, and Jared Goff's gonna be throwing it at everybody he can.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I think I'm rolling DJ Chark too. DJ Chark had a pretty good game last game. Tell old White Snake, make sure he's got Tyler Boyd in there in his lineup. Sutton ain't gonna be playing. Let him know. Let him know. C Swizzy, what you say?
Yeah, I'm rolling with DJ Chark too. I think this is gonna be a shootout, and hell, every receiver for Detroit might catch a touchdown, and every receiver from Minnesota might catch one. So I mean,
yeah, I'm in unison with that one. Running backs right here, rookie face off. Rashad White against San Fran or James Cook against the Jets? Noah?
I'm going to go James Cook because I think they're going to be running the ball more in that bad weather, and San Fran's defense is just too good. So James Cook all the way.
Yeah, I think I'm with Noah on that one. I'm playing Rashad White. I ain't got no choice. I ain't got that much depth, so I'm definitely playing him. Plus, he's in a 50-50 split with Fournette and going against San Fran. That's not a good recipe right there. I think I go with James Cook. Shoot, for dynasty owners, man, that James Cook pick might pay off, man. Just be a little patient. Who knows? Next year, he might just straight up beat a guy. We'll just have to see how it works out. Chris, what you say?
I'm going James Cook just based on volume, and I think this is the perfect game for them to just feed this man. If it's just going to be pouring down, like I said, see what you've gotten this to. Give him the opportunity to carry a big workload, 20, 22 carries, something like that. Let's see what he's got. You picked him for a reason.
Yeah, I was worried about James Cook's stock whenever they made that trade and got who they get, Naeem Hines? I was a little worried about it, but shoot, have no fear. James Cook is here.
Go carry better watch out.
What you got, Kraft?
Dude, let's go. Let's just hit speed racer here. Just say your name. Latavius Murray, Raheem Mostert. Latavius Murray against Kansas City, Raheem Mostert against the Chargers. Noah?
Mostert.
Yeah, I'm going Mostert.
All right. Jamal Williams against Minnesota or Deontay Foreman against Seattle? Noah?
I'm going to go Foreman.
Mm. Mm. Man, I'm gonna. Man, damn. I'm gonna go Williams though. I'm gonna go Williams.
Okay.
Williams. 1 yard line, baby. Let's go. 1 yard line. Williams.
All fucking day.
Desperation. Gus Edwards against Pittsburgh or Damian Pierce against Dallas. Go ahead, Noah. Come on. Let's go. Let's get it.
Do Gus Bus.
Gus Bus. Okay.
Yep. I'm with you, Gus Bus.
Gus Bus.
And I like Damian Pierce, but they ain't about to do shit this week. I'd be shocked if he scores over 6 points in PPR formats.
David Njoku going to tight ends. David Njoku or Greg Dulcich?
Greg's
going against Kansas City. Njoku with Deshaun Watson there is going against Cincinnati. So you're going with Dulcich?
Going with Greg.
Man, I would go with Dulcich, and I think we need to be on the lookout for Dulcich. I think we should monitor what this guy's doing for the next couple weeks. It could be a good tight end.
Yeah, I'm going Dulcich as well.
I'm the only one going Njoku because that actually matches right up with my fantasy lineup right there. I switched out. I think
I got one.
Yeah,
Jeff Wilson, Dante Foreman.
Wilson.
I'm going Jeff Wilson too.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Chris?
Got Jeff Wilson in there right now.
Okay.
Those Miami.
That's one for mine. Yeah.
Yeah, those Miami running backs. I think they about to eat this week.
One more, just one more. I might go to quarterbacks after this one, but Isaiah McKenzie against the Jets, Jacoby Myers against Arizona.
That seems pretty easy to me, Jacoby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jacoby.
As long as he's playing, right? He's playing. Have y'all heard?
Yeah, he should be playing. I know. I'm gonna ask Chris this one because he's the only one who said he'd start Gallup in our matchups. Would you start Gallup over like Darius Slayton, or like Peoples Jones? Let's just say Gallup, Peoples Jones.
Just this week, I might would start Gallup over Peoples Jones, but I would not do it over the other. Just because the volume for Darius Slayton, he's the only person catching the ball. Michael Gallup's not even the number one guy on his team. Okay. I just think that in that situation, I think that it could be like how last week the Cowboys just start whooping that ass and they're just throwing the ball to everybody. I mean, Michael Gallup had 2 touchdowns last week. And I still don't even think this dude's all the way back yet. I mean, there's some routes that he just don't even run 100%. But, yeah, he's second guy on his team. But I would definitely...
Well, let's hit some super flex right quick. You got time, Matt? You good?
Throw it out there.
All right. No, you go ahead. Then Matt, then Chris. Super flex. Would you start Tyler Huntley against Pittsburgh? Or would you start Kenny Pickett on the other side of the ball against Baltimore?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
I'd start Huntley. I'm rolling with Huntley.
For that rushing upside, or?
Uh-huh. Here's a shitty one. Russell Wilson against Kansas City or Sam Darnold against Seattle?
Give me Sam. Screw Russell Wilson.
I agree. So I'm going Sam Darnold.
God.
This is the only time that y'all hear it now. It's on the episode. The one time that y'all went with the Panthers quarterback. I'm over here like, yeah, give me Sam, dude. Give me Sam. Fuck Russell Wilson. That dude's done. Fraud, bro. He's a fraud.
All right. The Russell Wilson gauge. Is Russell Wilson the worst quarterback? Russell Wilson against Kansas City or Davis Mills against Dallas? That's got to be Russ, right? Davis Mills got to be the last option you want.
Oh, well, see, because Russ has actually got targets. It's just about him getting the ball to him. That Houston ain't got shit. Like, Chris Moore's going to be their only person out.
Philip
What?
Dorsett.
Okay. Russ or last one with Russ. Russ or I had his name, Brock Purdy. Purdy. Yeah.
Nah, I'd roll with Russ.
I'm gonna go Purdy.
God. I'm gonna go Purdy. I'm gonna go Purdy too. It's getting bad, man.
Noah, who'd you roll with?
Purdy.
Damn. That man Russ. Borderline starting quarterback in this league at this point.
I think they would have been better with Drew Lock, if you want me to be honest.
Got some more for y'all ass. Deshaun Watson against Cincy or Brady against San Fran? Nova?
Brady.
I'm going to roll with old D. Watt.
I'm going to roll with Deshaun in this game.
Wouldn't like it, though. Either way, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that one.
If he gets a massage before the game, he's going off, though. I promise y'all.
He's going to be relaxed. Mac Jones against Arizona or Mike White against Buffalo?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Okay.
He might eat.
I'm gonna move up a little on the top side of the super flex right here. Would you go with Trevor Lawrence against Tennessee, or would you go with Geno Smith against Carolina?
Geno.
You know where I would go? I'd go Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
That's a tie. That's Geno for me. That one's a tie. That's the first tie we had, and I just wanted to throw that out there for some people because that's the big decisions people got to make on a weekly basis.
Yep. Geno been rolling though. I'll give Geno his credit. Hey, I've been giving him his credit this week. I'm saying Seattle should roll with Geno from here on for a few years. So, all right. Well, shoot, is that all the start sits you got?
Yeah, I'm sure we can go on for days and days about this shit. In my league, Travis Homer or Gus Edwards. I'm starting Homer. Does everybody agree with Homer?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
If he has the backfield to himself, of course.
Yeah, as long as Dallas don't play Homer.
Well, I do have a couple questions. It's not start shit, but it's just would these guys be in your lineup at all? Zonovan Knight, with Michael Carter coming back, do you think he's going to get enough work to remain relevant?
I wouldn't play him.
So
I wouldn't want to play Michael Carter either, though.
Yeah. Kareem Hunt, is he out against Cincinnati? Would you flex him? Matt?
Not for me.
So.
Not for you. Kenyon Drake, is he out of your lineups? He's out of mine. I wouldn't start him.
Yeah.
Especially with Gus, he's back, right? And J.K. Dobbins may be back. I don't know. Unless they've officially said today.
J.K. Dobbins will at least come back for a game. So, I mean, just enough to make Kenyon Drake irrelevant.
Well, just say in and out real quick. Starting with Noah, going to Matt to Chris. Robert Woods with Treylon Burks out. In the flex spot.
Oh, yeah. I think I'd play him.
Yeah.
Okay. Demarcus Robinson against Pittsburgh.
In.
He said, yeah.
Got to be in, though. Got to, I would say.
I'm going to say out.
Okay. Paris Marshall against Seattle.
Out.
Okay. Marvin Jones, Tennessee, against Tennessee. In? I'll say out.
I would say out unless you're just super desperate. Better than most. Okay. Or some.
That's about where I'm at. If you're real desperate, maybe. But other than that, out.
All right, last one. Elijah Moore against Buffalo. Out.
I'm gonna say out because I got him in the Average Joe's league, and if Corey Davis can go, I'm rolling with Davis.
Okay.
Out.
All out on that one. I agree. That's the last one, though. Give some people some content here at the end of this gambling episode.
Gave the people some gambling. Gave the people some starting and sits questions. Yeah, that was a good episode. This one didn't get as wild as the last time Noah was on. I was listening to that episode before I went in to vote. Made me feel real good about when I walked in there and cast my ballots and stuff like that. So, yeah. But shoot, everything's in the description. Let's see. Add all of us on Twitter. Check us out on YouTube. Watch us on Twitch. Chris, just go ahead and throw it out there. What else do they need to do?
Join the Discord. Join the Discord. But yeah, I'll have this video out on YouTube tonight. Last night it was on there within like an hour. This one, it'll probably be even shorter because it's a shorter video.
Yep. Instagram, if you want that, add it. I think that's everything. It'll all be in the description on the podcast and other stuff like that. So, Craftman, what you got to say to the people?
Good luck in all y'all's matchups this week. If y'all are like all of us, we're fighting tooth and nail to get in the playoffs, and this is the last week of the most of the fantasy regular season. And, you know, we still, for everybody out there, if you don't make it to the playoffs, still come in and listen, win that consolation, and or in a Dynasty League, we got y'all set. We're going to be talking Dynasty at, you know, as long as the year goes. We're just going to keep talking about it after football's over, during the playoffs, and all this DFS gambling stuff, it'll go on all the way to the Super Bowl. So just keep supporting, 5-star review, and appreciate everybody for listening.
I'm with you, man. That about wraps it all up, man. Like you said, thanks for listening. Anything else that needs to be said?
Good luck.
All right, then. Well, shit. We out.
Peace.
Later.